boys and girls. Come on in. Welcome to Mimi's Reading Corner. I'm so happy that you found your way back because I'm really excited to continue our reading about Joseph and see what happens to him. The last time we read and where we left him was being sold to a group of men called Ishmaelites who became his masters, and he was sold for just 20 pieces of silver. Well, this story, true story, is coming from the book of Genesis chapter 37. But let's keep reading in our Bible storybook and see what happens to Joseph from here. Poor Joseph, this was such a sad time for him. Now he knew that he should be taken far away by rough strangers who had become his masters. Now he was sold. All his pleading and all his tears did not soften the hearts of his wicked brothers, who greedily divided the money among themselves and supposed that they were forever rid of him. Perhaps they did not even watch the caravan as it moved slowly away toward the south and disappeared from view behind the green-clad hills. After the Ishmaelites passed on and the brothers too went away to different parts of the field, Reuben came hurrying back to the pit. Stooping down, he called to Joseph, but no answer came from the dark hole. Again and again he called, thinking that perhaps Joseph may have fallen asleep. But still, the silence was unbroken. Joseph did not reply. Then, after a while, Reuben knew that his brothers were not there. What should he do? Now, he forgot that he had been afraid to let his brothers know that he had intended all the while to rescue Joseph from their hands. He forgot everything except the fact that Joseph had disappeared. He believed something dreadful had happened to him, the poor boy. Perhaps a wild beast had devoured him, tearing his clothes as people did when they were in deep trouble. He returned to his brothers and said, "The child is gone. And what shall I do?" Being the oldest son, he felt that he should have taken care of his brother. Next came the question of how they should account to their father for the disappearance of his favorite son. Finally, they decided to dip Joseph's coat in blood, killing a young kid, that's a goat, not a child, for this purpose, and take the blood-stained garment back to their father, telling them they had found it in this condition. We see that they were planning to use a wicked lie to cover up their wicked deed. One bad thing just leads to another bad thing. Let's not forget that. That happens with us too. Well, Jacob was alarmed when his sons returned without Joseph. When he saw the blood-dyed coat, he knew it was the very one that he had made for the lost boy, and he believed at once that wild animals had torn Joseph into pieces. Tearing his own garments apart and dressing himself in rough cloth called sackcloth, he sat down and mourned bitterly for many days, refusing to be comforted. Jacob was so sad. He thought sure his boy was dead. Story doesn't end here. It never does it? There's always more to read in the Bible. But we're going to stop our reading for today there. We'll take up there next time, and until we see each other again, either ask someone to read or you yourself keep reading.